Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's lecture. This week, we're going to start having you think about what your ideas for being an entrepreneur in a business might be. And this week, I have several different things for you to accomplish. One, you're going to read articles posted about niche marketing in the reading folder. And in addition to this video, I have two videos for you to watch. One is by Guy Kawasaki, who was worked for Apple. It's called Know Thyself and Niche Thyself. And the other one is about the gentleman who I'm going to speak with in this lecture, Seth Godin, how to get your ideas to spread. You're going to be having an assignment this week, and it's not going to be due till Sunday of next week, the 26th. And this assignment is where you're going to start exploring your potential ideas. And I know I keep saying that I'm going to release when we are going to meet via Zoom. I am going to be asking you each personally, when you get my responses back from your reflection this weekend, what are good dates? And we're looking at dates the week of the 28th and the first week in October. So start looking at your calendar. The other thing, when we meet, I am also flexible of meeting via Zoom in the evenings to work around your schedule. So let's begin. It seems like a funny title, In Praise of the Purple Cow, but it comes from a businessman and an entrepreneur, Seth Godin. And Seth Godin has a couple quotes that he's learned from other entrepreneurs. The problem with competition is that it takes away the requirement to set your own path, to invent your own method, to find a new way. In a crowded marketplace, fitting in is a failure. In a busy marketplace, not standing out is the same as being invisible. There's nothing wrong with competition. Competition is good. But sometimes businesses take the easy way out and just do what everybody's doing. And it doesn't mean sometimes we have to do just what everybody's doing so we can stay in business, but we have to think to ourselves, how can we do that differently or do it better? Or how can we enhance what is happening there? And multiple businesses have done that. To reflect back on my community pharmacy experience, one thing that has allowed independent pharmacists to still exist and survive is not to be like the Me Too of the box chains out there. They have looked at different ways to differentiate themselves from that. And I've heard from many top execs of chain industry that if they try to go toe to toe with an independent pharmacy, they're going to probably lose out most of the time just because of the differences they can be in nimbling and being and their niches that they can do. And that is why probably sometimes in our market is that where we struggle in community pharmacy is sometimes the big chains try to block us out of big time contracts, and sometimes those who own their own PBMs affect our reimbursement. But that has not faltered those in the independent pharmacy world. They continue to keep and survive. For those of you who have different business ideas beyond the community pharmacy, think about different practices we see in the pharmacy industry every day, and how could we do that differently? How could we enhance that? And that's what Seth Godin is saying here. Seth wrote a paper and a book called The Purple Cow. And what he means by this is if you're driving down the road and you see a purple cow amongst other cows, it stands out. Because we always talk about in marketing the P's of marketing: the right product, the right price, how we promote it, how we position itself, whether in advertising or in location of our store, how we do publicity about our service or products, how we package it, what does it look like, how do we give permission for others to promote it. But the new P, as I said, is the purple cow. Because Cows and marketing. As I said, if you're driving down the road and you see a bunch of brown cows in the field, and we see them many times when we were young, and maybe when we were young and they were new, that was exciting, but they don't stick out. Not even maybe the best cow of show. But a purple cow shines even among excellent cows, and it's remarkable. And it must be a leader. And that is what you're trying to achieve when you create what is your niche in the market. What makes your business different from somebody else's? And you want to stand out from the herd. The sad truth about marketing and just about anything, most people, you know, can buy a product, all right? And what most people do is they create safe products and combine them with great marketing. And they try to focus on average products for average people. But the new rule is we should create remarkable products that the right people seek out. Think about different services or products that you use. Why do you choose them? What makes you want to do that? What makes you want to go to certain, restaurants or certain different types of venues? What do they do differently that nobody else does? So then think about your own business idea. What does it look like? What is the customer experience when they come into your business or they utilize your business, say if it's an online business? What is that niche that creates you unique from other pharmacy businesses? An example, the U.S. Post Office. One of the game-changing innovations that they may have done multiple years ago is they singled out a few early adopters of using beyond the traditional zip code and the additional fours to get more specific. And by doing that, it did make them a little bit more efficient. Why are there so few purple cows in today's industry? Why is there so many Me Too's? All right, is because people are afraid. They're afraid to be daring. But the problem with not being daring is boring can always lead to failure. Complacency of a product, complacency of a business. They may have been successful at one time. They may have been the purple cow of the industry, but we always have to figure out how to create and reinvent ourselves. I gave you last week a couple different entrepreneur articles to read of what makes an entrepreneur. Hopefully over these lectures, and that's the purpose of the first part of the course. The first part of this course is for you to start exploring your ideas. The second part of this course is trying to show you the skills you're going to need to make those ideas successful. And the next part of the concentration next semester is for you to take these ideas that you have been thinking about and make them into a practical business plan that someday I hope that you could be successful in carrying out in your own business. But one of the things that makes me happy and is that I get to see over the years several of my students go on and to be successful in their areas of business and being entrepreneurs themselves. Another example of a standout, the color of money. Dutch Point Paint. One of the things they knew is they make paint just like everybody else. But what they did was they made a new drip type of can. And that drip type of can was a way to market. And so it stands to say why it pays to be a purple cow. You don't have to be great all the time to enjoy benefits. You must do two things after creating something remarkable. Milk the cow for everything it's worth, and build an environment where a new purple cow will be invented to replace the new one in time. Think about your technology industry. Do they sit there on their products and just let them get stagnant? No, they're always releasing some new product every year with some big event, whether it's an online announcement, a streamable announcement, and unique commercials. There are some that are selling the same thing, but they're bundling it in a different way. Look at our insurance ads that you see what you can't help miss when you're watching TV. They make funny commercials, but they're trying to reinvent and capture you of something that everybody needs, but might not always be exciting. How do you stand out among the crowd is going to be so important. So let's reflect on some ways to raise that purple cow. Differentiate your customers. Who do you want to be your customers? Who do you think you need to be your customers? Pick one underserved niche to that target. What aren't they getting satisfied? What aren't the industry meeting to them? Maybe they're getting service for something, but maybe they're not getting the quality of what they need. Create two teams within your company, your inventors and your milkers. And for a while, because you're starting out small, you may be both. Have email addresses of 20% of the customer base that loves what you do. Continue to share with them what's going on in your company. What ideas are you doing? You can also do this with social media, keeping up to date. Do unsafe things every time you have the chance. Do something that is going to be different and keep people saying and talking about you. Explore the limits. What can I do? What can I do? But at the same time you're doing these, whatever that original purple cow is, making sure that you're keeping ties to it and taking care of it. Do things that are not just done in your industry. Do things that maybe some people have never done. Think small. What I mean by that is look at, the people that aren't being served. Who can we also get as our customer base? Explore the limits. The one thing about your assignment this week is no idea is impossible yet. There are some things when I meet with you and talk with you and I reflect on your ideas, I'll be honest with you and tell you where your challenges are. You've heard of the SWOT analysis and a business plan. Think about in your niche down the road, what are your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats? Always ask, why not? If you look at the history of entrepreneurs, this is a mantra they have all said. Tell the truth inside your company and to your customers. Honesty always will go a million miles if everybody knows where you're going and why you're going there. So a few things in addition to think about. We start with your idea. What is your niche? Remember, the purpose of this elective in this class is to help you to learn research skills, independent learning skills, time management, and most importantly, who you are as a future entrepreneur. This is your moment to shine. This is your moment to start thinking about how can I change the industry? How can I create something new? And it'll be something that I will be proud of because it's my own. And I can share that among friends, family, new employees that I may employ someday and help meet my dream. So this is your next week's assignment. Read the articles posted about niche marketing. Identify a niche pharmacy market idea. How does this idea add or revolutionize the current pharmacy practice? And this can, as I said, the only requirement for your business idea, especially if you go on next semester in the concentration, is you must have the business be in pharmacy. But it can be in any realm of pharmacy, as we've discussed in prior lectures. What is your market? Who is your customer? Do you need to create the market? Is this an idea that maybe everybody's thought of? How is this your purple cow? So these are the things that I want you to reflect on. I want you to write. I'm not giving you a limit of how many pages you want to write because I don't want you to stop thinking. And what I'll do is I have the assignment due on the 26th next Sunday. If for some reason you need a little bit of extension, let me know. I just needed at least 24 hours before we're going to meet via Zoom. I look forward to learning your ideas. This is probably one of the more exciting parts of the course because I get to learn about you. I get to learn about your ideas. And yes, you still may be a novice because you haven't explored a lot of things yet in pharmacy, but you've heard a lot of things. And the reason why you're taking this course is that you believe that you can expand and you want to be your own boss. As we talked about at the beginning lecture, what is an entrepreneur? As I said, this is a short assignment video this week. There's the two other additional YouTube videos in the readings, but this week is for you to explore. I wish you good luck, and I look forward to talking to you in the near future. Take care.